During the Buddha's era, there was a historical account of someone who meditated until he got carried away, which is characteristic of being afflicted with defilements of insight, vipassanūpakilesa. There was a student and a teacher. They were both monks. They went and practiced mental cultivation, pavana, together. The teacher's mental cultivation mostly consisted of meditation, samadhi. He did walking meditation. He continually meditated. He continually thought of a preparatory mantra, parikama. He did not use wisdom, paññā, to think about anything. He solely thought of the parikama. As for the student, he endeavored to use wisdom to contemplate the Dhamma. Whether it was during walking meditation or sitting meditation, he applied wisdom in contemplating universal truths, such as Dhamma. Tukkhang, aniccaṃ, and anatta were his foundation. In not too long a time, during the rains retreat, Vasa, the student became an Arahant. However, the teacher who meditated developed defilements of insight. The teacher experienced brightness, preached well, and knew things, so he bragged about being more skilled than his student. He could conjure various visions, nimitta. As we are sitting here, I can transform my body or conjure a vision of a person, an elephant, a tiger, or any number of things. I can do it all. Or I can conjure visions of celestial beings standing here in the hundreds or thousands. See, someone with vipassanūpakilesa can do this. Now, the student thought, what can be done? Is there any way for me to cure my teacher? So he thought and thought, trying to find a way to cure his teacher. One day, he went to see his teacher. His teacher asked him, "Why have you come? Have you come to hear a sermon? Do you have doubts about any Dhamma topic or verse? Ask me. I will explain it to you." See, characteristically, those with vipassanūpakilesa are skilled preachers and expound the Dhamma with proficiency. Folks who don't know better would assume that they have attained a stage of Dhamma. So the student said, "Teacher, I would like to see you perform psychic powers, iti, so that I can see what psychic powers are like." So the teacher performed psychic powers. He conjured visions of 10, 20, 30 devas dancing. Next, how about a vision of rain falling or skies thundering? And he performed them as his student requested. After the student asked him to perform many, many times, like this or like that, on and on, the teacher fell into the student's trap. He told his student, "Whatever it is in the world that you wish to see, I can do it all." So the student told the teacher, "Teacher, I wish to see you conjure a vision of an elephant in must, an enormous one. Have that elephant rush toward you with great force, roaring loudly. Can you do that, teacher?" "I can." "Please show me, teacher." The teacher then conjured a vision of an elephant in must, a large one with its trunk curled toward them, roaring thunderously, running toward the teacher. The teacher was afraid the elephant would trample him, so he leapt out of the elephant's way. He thought it was real. He created it himself, yet why was he afraid of it? As the teacher leapt from his seat, the student leapt up and grabbed hold of the teacher. "Teacher, Arahants don't fear death." That's it. He was knocked down. He realized, I am a commoner, putuchana. The student taught him with one sentence, "Teacher, Arahants don't fear death." One sentence, and the teacher was knocked down. He felt dejected that he was a commoner, so he asked his student to teach him from the beginning. The student taught him about using wisdom. All of the various techniques, ubaya, and things that have arisen, can you first agree to disregard them? Do not play with these things anymore. The teacher had to agree. After agreeing, he had to set a new basis of mental cultivation. He was to establish a foundation by contemplating the 3 common characteristics, talakkhana, as much as possible. Contemplating suffering, dukkha, contemplating impermanence, anicca, and contemplating not self, anatta. He was to contemplate in accordance with what his student taught him. After contemplating over and over, not long thereafter, the teacher became an Arahant, just like his student. This is what historical accounts from the Buddha's era were like. in regard to meditation. There are many damaging consequences when it comes to samadhi. If you do not truly understand how to do it, it is very damaging. That is why I wrote about it in the book, Beyond the Stream of the World, in significant detail. If a reasonable person reads it, they may understand how to meditate, samadhi. If you meditate only to develop concentration, that's fine. Just do not do it in order to develop wisdom. Don't be intent on that. After meditating, don't expect to clearly know and truly see the Dhamma in any way. Just meditate. Do not have any desires for anything at all. If you are intent in this way, there is no opportunity to go insane. Even if your mind, citta, attains a deep state of calm, it won't develop perversions, vipallasa. It will be straightforward concentration, samadhi. However, it won't be right concentration, samma samadhi, yet. Samma samadhi comes from samma titi, wisdom of right views, as its support, as its foundation. Once samma samadhi's foundation has been established, samma sankappa, right thought, consideration, contemplation, is the foundation that follows. There will be samma vaca, right speech, samma kammanta, right action, samma ajiva, right livelihood, samma vayama, right effort of all kinds. Outward actions like walking, sitting, standing, and lying down, or effort in other aspects, are all righteous. Why is this? Because the foundation of wisdom of right views has already been established. Ultimately, samma sati, right recollection in accordance with universal truths, such as Dhamma, will not be distorted in any way. Finally, it will be samma samadhi, that is, concentration that is steadfast and righteous. For samma samadhi to be established, there must be samma titi, wisdom of right views, at the get-go. These are the original principles that the Buddha taught to the Buddhist company.